Hello and welcome to yet another amazing episode. If this is your first time here, my name is Jacinta and I am an aligned love coach. And please subscribe to this channel. I know I have some people who just enjoy the videos, but they haven't subscribed. So please subscribe. That's the only favor that I would ask you to do for me in this channel. And also you can follow me on all my other channels, as well as like this video. Go back to other videos that I have done where I talk about all things relationships, from toxic to just finding healthy love, where I also talk about myself, and today is one of those moments. Yes, if you know me, then you know that I really talk about me a lot, and I use some of the teachings that I use are basically from my own experience. And today I just want to talk about one such experience. Yeah. So karibu, welcome. Let's get right into it. What is it that I want to talk to you about? It's a reflection that I've been doing. It's a beautiful month of June. I'm in this new place, and it's been 3 years of so many things happening in my life. And today is not that I'm teaching you anything, but if you get the lessons from this, well and good. You can just let me know in the comments what is the lesson that you get from this, because I'm not gonna be giving you any lessons. Yeah, but there is almost to every story, there is always a moral story at the end of it. Yeah. So anyway, today I was just looking at my daughter, my youngest daughter. If you do not know me, I am a mom to 3 very wonderful kids. My firstborn is 13. I have a 9-year-old son, and I have a 3-year-old who will be turning 4 this October. And just looking at her, I'm able to gauge myself through her. What do I mean by this? She is the main reason that sparked my change or my turnaround. Basically, I was in this relationship with the father of these 3 kids, and the relationship was very toxic. It was fueled by abuse, physical, emotional. It was just very chaotic. And when this baby came into my life, I looked at her and I thought to myself, you know what? I do not want this little baby of mine to end up in a situationship like mine, or to end up healing like my older 2. They had to go through therapy. I watched them just navigating this emotional roller coaster, and I knew I did not want her to go through the very same thing. Yeah. So usually my growth has been sparked, or my healing journey has been sparked by her arrival in my life. So that is what I mean by that. She has been a measuring gauge in my life, because when I left that relationship, she was around 4 or 5 months old. And this is the one baby that I have brought up without a lot of external influences or the external of a toxic environment, and I have sheltered her from all that, and I have tried to the best of my ability to let her know that, you know what, this is the normal. My other kids also get to learn, but they did not really have a very good start, I would say. And looking back, I look back and I think it was the energy and the power. So this is even me speaking to you, if you're a woman or a mom who is feeling stuck right now in a toxic relationship. Even if you do not have the strength in you, look at those kids. I remember thinking to myself, wait a minute, they didn't sign up anywhere. They didn't say, hey, I want to be born into this family or by this woman and this man. God saw that I needed to step up to their responsibility. He knew that I needed these kids in my life. And so if they were given to me as a custodian to them, I knew I should do what is right by them. And what was that? It was me making the difficult decisions, because I know it's not easy. It's not, whether it's 1 year or it's 5 years or it's 3 or 10 or 20, it's never easy to leave a relationship. But look at those kids. Look at the expectations in their eyes. Look at the hurt that they are going through because of your choices and decisions. Because you chose that person. You chose your partner. Yeah? And ask yourself, am I being fair to them? Am I really being fair to them? Because You made the mistake. Yeah, you made the choice. It might have been a mistake. It might have been a wrong choice. But two, are you willing to let them continue suffering simply because you made this choice? You know, sometimes I feel like it's selfishness when you stay in toxic relationships, because it is not so much you being the only person who is suffering. There are kids who are suffering in that relationship. There are parents sometimes who can see all these things. I remember my grandmother, may her soul rest in peace. She was the mother to my late mom. I also lost my mom very young. So she was my only model, who I can say was like a mother figure to me, especially when I was more of a mom. She was the one who stepped up and actually did or became the mother figure in my life. And she was very concerned. She was very worried. She would be calling me a lot and asking me, especially because there will be, I had walked out, come back, but every single time she would ask me, Wangeshi, are you sure? Are you sure? Do you really have to do this? And I would always tell her, Grandma, if this person is the one who is meant to take me out of this earth, then I do not really have a choice. That is how I used to feel back then. Every time I would see somebody just being reported on the news has been killed by a spouse, it will cross my mind that that could be me next. And it was not a good feeling. But I justified it by saying, hey, if this is the man who is supposed to take my life, then so be it. That's how I used to reason. I had totally given my power to this person to make the choices over my life. If he was to kill me, I was at that point where I was thinking it would be because it's meant to be. But then when this baby came, I looked at her and I thought, wait a minute, not again. I do not want to see this little girl grow up and start crying when she's watching all these things going on. I would feel so guilty. I would feel like I was the worst mom in this world. I was already terrible at being a wife because I can't say that was a happy marriage, right? But the one thing that would go with me to the grave is as a mom. So I want you to think of it. I said here, I'm not giving moral lessons. I'm just saying it as how I have been reflecting it. It's June. It's the middle of the year. When I left that relationship, it was in May. But everything changed in a span of 3 years. I walked out of that relationship. I started the healing work. I'm finally married next month, July. I'm going to be 1 year married to an amazing, amazing man. It does not mean that we don't fight, that we don't argue. And when I mean about fighting, I don't mean like the physical fights. Those are things that I said I'll never ever do them ever again. The scars that I got from that relationship, that was it. So what changed is I learned the kind of power that I had, not just over me, but over these dependents, these kids who are looking up to me, over all the people who are looking at me and thinking, hey, I would like the kind of relationship that Jacinta has, but they did not really know that I was slowly dying inside. We will take out friends, they will go home happy, and I will come back thinking, wait a minute, if only they knew what I'm going through. Yeah. So, like I said, you take the choice. You make the conclusions to this story. This was just a reflective kind of video because it was sparked by this conversation that I had with my daughter, the youngest one, the 3-year-old, where she just looked at me and she told me, Mom, I love you. She tells me she's pretty. She's a little princess like my mommy. That's what she tells me. And I see how confident she is as a young girl. And I think, wait a minute, this is the one good thing that I did in my life. I didn't do it like specifically just so that she could be who she was, but I did it by showing her, by being that example, because honestly, it's the very same thing that I feel. For the first time in my life, I feel very seen. I feel very loved. I feel at peace. And it translates even to my kids. Not just her, but even all my other kids. Another time I had my son whispering to my oldest daughter, saying, Mom is usually very, very goofy nowadays. I was like, what do you guys mean? Then he told me, back in Kenya, you were very strict. You didn't really laugh so much. They see it. They see it. They see your tears, no matter how hard you try to hide them. My son, the 9-year-old one, he would always be coming into the bedroom. He would never allow me to just sit in the room, in our room or in an enclosed space with my ex, who was his father, without just coming to check in. He was very possessive. But now I see how relaxed he is. That was anxiety, first of all. He was very anxious. And why was he anxious? He was anxious because he did not feel like I was safe. Yeah. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video and take the lessons that you will take. And I really look forward to connecting with you. I've been away on vacation with my family, away from social media. So you will notice that I've not been posting on any of my other socials, but the videos were still coming on YouTube. But now I'm fully back. So connect with me. Let me hear from you. What are your struggles? Maybe I can help. I'm now working with women who are in a place where I used to be, have left toxic relationships, and are thinking, okay, I want to show that love. So where do I start? This is your sign that maybe you need to just schedule a call with me. Let's strategize. Let's see how it can help you. I do that a lot. So let's keep sharing the posts that I do on Facebook a lot. Also, like this video, share it with any woman you feel might benefit from this information here. And please comment. Let me see. Let me just hear what was your takeaway from my own reflection. I would like to hear. Have you ever had the very same feeling? At some point, did you have to make the very same decisions that I'm making? Let me know. I would love to hear. And don't forget, subscribe. Until the next video. Bye-bye, guys.